In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make complex scenes like this, but make them easily. To make scenes like this, we only need a few things. First, we need a scene we want to composite our 3D character in. Second, we need a bipedal 3D model. And last, we need an Adobe ID so we can use Mixamo.com. I purchased this model from TurboSquid.com. What I'm looking for is a model that has good quality, low poly, and as few textures as possible, because we'll have to convert these textures later for Arnold, so the least amount of work, the better. Also, the model needs to be posed in a T-pose to use with Mixamo. I should mention, I wanted to show you how to use stock 3D models in this tutorial because it's a huge time saver, but feel free to use any T-pose model that came with Cinema 4D or if you have your own models. The process is the same. I have the model here that I purchased, and now I need to export it in a format that Mixamo can use. If you purchase your model from a stock site like I did, sometimes they have extra things like lights, cameras, floors, or backgrounds, and this will vary between artists. I only want a camera and the model, so I'll twirl open this render null, take the camera, drag it out, and go ahead and delete the render null. And now just go to your textures. I'm going to right mouse click and delete unused materials. So now I just have a camera, my model, and the two textures. Now Mixamo will only accept the following formats: an FBX, an OBJ, or a zip. So go ahead and click File, Export, and choose OBJ. I'm going to leave everything at the default and click OK. And then just name your file and click Save. Now go to Mixamo.com and log in with your Adobe ID. Click Browse Animation. Now select Upload Character. I'm going to select the OBJ that I exported. And click Upload. Now click Next. And now we need to assign the body parts to our model. So just go ahead and grab your chin, drag to the chin, left wrist, left elbow, and the groin. And go ahead and click Next. This will start the auto rigging process and may take a few minutes to run. And go ahead and click Next. And click Next. Now all you need to do is scroll through and find an animation you'd like to apply. For this tutorial, I'm going to apply the animation Stop Walking. So under the search field, I'll type Stop Walking. Click the animation icon, and like magic, it works. If your character goes off screen, like mine's doing here, just click the little camera icon here to activate Toggle Follow Camera. The rest of these controls are pretty obvious. If you need to enable skeleton view to see your character's skeleton, click here. You have rotate to rotate the camera, pan the camera. You can zoom the camera. And if you need to reset your view, just click here. To the right, you have options for tweaking your animation, and each option varies depending on the animation you chose. So for this example, Stop Walking, I have overdrive or speed of the animation. If you drag to the right, it'll speed up your animation. If you drag to the left, it'll slow down your animation. If we hover over overdrive, we have the option of resetting the speed. Character arm spacing is just as it sounds. Move it to the right, arms are spaced out. Drag to the left, arms are crossed. We'll go ahead and reset. Then we have the total number of frames in the animation if you want to trim it. The other option is mirror. I'm going to go ahead and click mirror, and nothing's changed. In this particular instance, mirror won't do anything. If we choose an option like stop walking with rifle, and then I choose mirror, you'll see it flips our character. Once you're happy with the animation, just click download. I'm going to keep the default format of FBX, and I'm going to keep the default frame rate of 30, and go ahead and click download. Now back in Cinema 4D, I want to go ahead and import the FBX file we downloaded from Mixamo. So go to File, Merge Objects, and choose the stopwalking.fbx. And click OK. And now you'll see we've imported the other model. Just to clean things up, I'll go ahead and select all three of these objects we just imported, and I'll hit Option G to group into a null, and we'll rename that animated, call it ST for Stormtrooper. I'll go ahead now and disable the visibility of the original model, and if we click play, we should have the model without textures. At this point, the only thing that we need to do is apply textures to the model. If you're just using the standard or physical renderer, the only thing you need to do is twirl open these nulls, and then command click the texture and drag it to the corresponding file. If you're using Arnold, what we need to do now is convert the standard Cinema 4D materials to Arnold materials. I have a custom layout, which I called Arnold. I'll go ahead and switch to that now. If you don't have a custom layout, you can access all these commands via the Arnold menu. So now what I want to do is select my first material, go to Utilities, Material, convert the selected Cinema 4D material to Arnold material. I'll go ahead and rename that. I'm just going to add an A in front so I know it's an Arnold material. Click OK. I'll now do the same thing for the second material. Now I will add an Arnold sky. Go to Render Settings, choose Arnold Renderer, and I'll go ahead and click Render to verify that the materials were applied correctly. Now I'll go over the compositing quickly because this would probably be better suited for its own tutorial. What I did was render a still image from my background footage and applied that to the background object. Added a sky object with a custom HDRI. I moved my model around to match the camera's perspective. When I was happy with the character placement in the scene, I disabled the background and I rendered out an image sequence with an alpha channel. Now in After Effects, I imported my original background footage, the Stormtrooper model, and some photoscan rocks from Polygon.com, which I used in the foreground, so I had a little less masking to do. And I also added some smoke assets that I downloaded from ProductionCrate.com. For the Stormtrooper model, I added a levels adjustment to match the color and density of the background, and added a box blur and noise to match the background. Also on the photoscan rocks, I did a similar adjustment to match the background. I then added a camera lens blur to match the depth of field. Then I exported the composite and finished the grading in Premiere Pro.